Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, do you think you would have passed or you wouldn't have
I have no
passed?
idea. If I do mistakes, is it like 1 point less every time, or it depends how bad is the mistake?
It depends how bad the mistake.
I don't know. Maybe I pass.
In this video we have Stephanie and she's going to be taking a mock driving test at Greenslopes area. So this is a different Stephanie from the one I did a mock test with a month ago, and she's planning to convert her overseas license to an Australian license. Stephanie is doing this drive in a manual car and I've never given her a lesson before, which means that this is also her first time to drive this car. During this drive I'll be pointing out some good things that Stephanie does, and I'll also point out some minor and major driving errors. The first thing that we did was pre-test questions.
Alright, so we're gonna get started. Where are the headlights and high beams?
So Stephanie answered all the pre-test questions correctly. She did need a bit of help with understanding the term washers, but this is usually not marked as a driving error.
So that's the lights, the normal lights.
And high beams?
Like this car. Oh,
Okay.
there it is.
That's fine.
This one. Yeah.
Yep, that's okay. You can turn them off. Where are the demisters?
This one. This.
Okay, that's good. How do you turn on the front washers?
Those. Yes.
Is that
No.
your final answer?
The front washer? Yeah.
No, that's not correct. That's just the wipers.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
So
how you
the
call
washers is the water.
That. Ah, okay. So into that.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine.
So that's washers, and just that's
Wipers.
wipers. Ah.
Your windscreen wipers. So whenever you're ready, you can go. You can turn right here and then turn left. So exit left
Okay.
that way.
We started this mock test inside the car park, and Stephanie does well while exiting the parking lot, uses the correct indicator and also carries out observations.
At the end, turn left. And then left again at the end. At the traffic lights, turn right.
So about 5 minutes into this mock test, Stephanie makes her first critical driving error. We are doing this mock test between 2 and 4 p.m, which means that school zones applies. Stephanie goes over the speed limit, which is a critical driving error.
Can we keep the speed down a bit? So this is a 40 zone. Did you see the school zone sign?
Oh, what time is it?
It's
it's
2 already.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Sorry.
When safe to do so, change to the middle lane.
When 3 lanes form 2 lanes and we are in the middle lane, we have to check the left side mirror and also the blind spot. Stephanie does not check, which is a non-critical driving error.
At the traffic lights, turn left. This roundabout you can continue straight and then take turn left after that. So after the roundabout, turn left.
Here.
Yep.
While coming to a stop, Stephanie stops a little bit close to the front car, and this is an uncritical driving error. When changing gears, we have to stop accelerating, change gear, and only accelerate when the clutch has come up. Stephanie starts to accelerate when the clutch was still in, and this is a non-critical driving error. While changing from first to second gear, Stephanie accidentally puts the car in fourth gear instead of second. This is a non-critical driving error.
I'm gonna get you to take the road on your right, so turn right.
There is a stop sign coming up and Stephanie makes another critical driving error. So what happened here is that there was cars coming from the motorway and these cars are going pretty fast, and Stephanie started to move and I had to ask her to stop.
So at the next this traffic light, if you just wanna go straight into the far right lane.
Far right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop, 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 stop. See the car there? So far right lane. And then note this traffic light. The next one you can go right.
Okay, so this
the
one
next
right.
traffic light, turn right, yeah. When safe to do so, change to the middle lane. So at the traffic lights coming up, this one coming up, you can go right.
On the traffic light.
Again here, Stephanie repeats the same mistake and select 4th gear instead of 2nd gear. This is a non-critical driving error.
Can you, that's the wrong gear. Can you change to 3rd maybe? Yeah. So that was 4th gear. Yeah. Okay, here when the lane splits, you can stay in the left lane. We're just going straight.
So just like earlier, here we have a situation where there are 3 lanes and these 3 lanes are going to become 2 lanes, and because we are in the middle lane, we have to check our left side mirror and also check the left side blind spot. Stephanie does not check, which is a non-critical driving error.
When postable, change to the right lane. And then at the traffic lights, turn right. Pull over on the left. Maybe in front. Yeah, about there, that's fine. Okay, so what I would like you to do, I would like you to go to next to that car, and then you can do a reverse parallel park behind it.
Okay. So not like this, just like, okay.
So here I asked Stephanie to do a reverse parallel park behind this car in front, and she makes one critical driving error and one non-critical driving error. So first, before starting the maneuver, we have to check our mirrors and blind spots. Stephanie does not check the right side blind spot. The critical error is when we are doing a reverse parallel park and there are cars coming from behind and these cars are going to overtake us, we have to stop and wait for them to go around. So here there is a car coming from behind and the car has already started to overtake, but Stephanie does not see the car and she continues with the maneuver. I had to intervene.
Stop. Can you see the car coming?
Yeah, I see.
Okay, he's stopping now,
Uh-huh.
so you can continue.
Okay.
But if he's moving, you don't want to continue.
Okay. Even if I'm in the middle?
Yes.
Okay.
In the end, Stephanie does a good reverse parallel park and finishes off at the correct distance from the curb.
All right, you can secure the vehicle.
I turn it off?
Like neutral and then handbrake here. You can move off when you're ready. So whenever you're ready, you can drive on.
Left, okay.
At the end of the road, turn right. And then at the end of the road, turn right. At the end of the road, turn right.
Coming up, Stephanie makes another critical driving error. When changing lanes, we have to change lane before or after a traffic lights and make sure that we change lane at the dotted lines, not solid line. Stephanie changed lane at a solid line near a traffic light, and this is a critical driving error.
So not the first traffic lights, the second one, turn left. You're not allowed to change lane on that solid line.
Oh, what?
At the traffic lights there, you can't change.
Okay.
So left at the traffic lights.
When two lanes form one lane and we are in the left lane, we have to check our mirrors, indicate, and also check the blind spot. Stephanie does not indicate, which is a non-critical driving error.
Okay, so you can take the second road on your left. So not the first one, the second one.
This.
At the end of the road, turn right. So at the roundabout there, you can make a U-turn.
Okay.
When making a U-turn at a roundabout, we have to indicate before entering the roundabout. Stephanie only indicates when she was already inside the roundabout, and this is a non-critical driving error.
Then go right. So turn right on that road. I would like you to pull over. So pull over behind the trailer. Yeah, just about there, that's okay. Whenever you're ready, you can reverse the car in a straight line.
Before starting a straight line reverse maneuver, we have to check our mirrors and blind spots. Stephanie does not check the right side blind spot, which is a non-critical driving error.
I think that will do. And then whenever you're ready, turn around the car.
Like U-turn?
So whatever you want to do. So turn around, whether you want to do a U-turn,
Okay.
3-point turn, or you could move forward a little bit first. Yeah.
When finishing a 3-point turn, we have to use a right indicator. Stephanie does not indicate, which is a non-critical driving error.
And then go right. At the end of this road, turn right. At the traffic light, turn right.
While doing this hill start, Stephanie uses a lot of accelerator, and this is an uncritical driving error.
At the traffic lights coming up, you can go right. Okay, maybe you can actually pull over behind the blue car. The blue car.
We've come to the end of this mock test, and it's time for me to give Stephanie some feedback.
That's the end of the mock test. Maybe leave it on because it's a bit warm. So, okay. So, any questions before I go through this? Do you have any questions? Any comment?
I have a question. When I need, like, how far before do I need to put the clutch? Like when I'm gonna stop, if I put the clutch, I put like 1, and then like the car needs to stop moving. Right, when you do that, or it is
when you're
fine.
gonna stop?
Like in a light, for example.
Usually you wait
I
until maybe 2 seconds before you stop. 1 to 2 seconds before you stop.
Before I put the clutch. Okay.
So you did very well, because if you actually if you put it on too early, that's called riding the clutch, and that's a big problem for manual car, because once you clutch in, you don't have control of the car.
Okay.
And also that can.
Because I thought I was putting it too late, so it's fine.
That was perfect. So
okay.
that's actually what you're supposed to do. You probably did your research a bit, but.
No, actually, not about that.
No, okay.
But not
so
about that one. That was like a question I had in my head.
Did someone teach you that, or you found out that?
I don't know when I learned.
Because a lot of people usually they actually have the habit of pushing the clutch too early, and you were doing different, which was one of the things that was good about your driving, actually.
I think when I did learn to drive at the beginning, I think maybe they told me that, because I think that's something I've been doing.
Probably, yeah. So it looks
maybe
like
I learned to do it like that.
Yeah, you had a good teacher, so that's good. Okay. Any other questions? So yes, do what you were doing in the test, because you were doing very well with the clutch when you were slowing down. So that was perfect.
Okay. Yes. No more questions.
Okay. So do you think you would have passed, or you wouldn't have passed?
I have no idea.
I mean, you are the one who drove, so you would know like how you'd have gone.
If I do mistakes, is it like 1 point less every time, or it depends how bad is the mistake?
It depends how bad the mistake, yes.
Okay, so for example, the one you told me, because I went to the left in the light, when there was like the continuous line.
Yes.
And I went to the left, that is like 1 point.
Yes, that's 1 point.
1 point. I don't know. Maybe I pass. I don't know.
So do you think the driving you did was safe enough to pass?
The one that you stop for the car that was in behind.
Yeah.
Like I got scared because the car behind honked of me. And then, so I got like desperate to like move on quick. I think that wasn't safe because the car was coming.
Yeah. So that was definitely, yeah. So yeah, you wouldn't have passed, because actually you would have failed in the first, maybe let's say 3 minutes of starting, because speeding is a critical driving error.
Okay.
Yep. Once you go over the
That's
limit
cool.
by 1, 2, 3, that's it. The test is finished.
Okay.
So you need to know what time of the day is your test.
Yeah.
Is
At
it
12.
school zone?
It's
12?
12.
So no school zone, but still
I
you need to
see
read the signs. Yeah.
Mhm.
There will be some areas which might be 40 in your test, so you need to look out. So that was the first critical error.
Okay.
And the second one, yes, was that time when you failed to give way to the cars which were those cars actually they are coming from the motorway, so they are going very fast. So you need to make sure you stop for them. I think what happened there was you came, and then when I gave you the instructions, you kind of like took too long to figure out where you're supposed to go, and then in the process the
And
guy
then the
behind you
cab
got
hand, yeah.
impatient. But when that happened though, just leave him. You need to still observe the road that you're going into.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was mainly that, because I was gonna do that and then he honked and then I just move forward. Yeah.
The third critical error is your reverse parallel park. So you are supposed to stop if there is a car trying to overtake you. during a
that I
reverse
didn't
park.
know. That's what I asked you.
Yeah.
So even if I am in the middle and he has no way of passing, I still have to stop.
You still stop.
Okay.
The reason you stop is because did you see that person they had already committed to go around you, but for you are parking your car,
He's going
you're
like
turning your
this.
car like this, and this guy is coming, is trying to squeeze through.
Okay.
So you can't continue the maneuver if that happens. So
Okay.
he's supposed to stop.
So that he realized that.
Then he realized that, he can't fit, so he decided to stop. In that case, finish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I need to wait until he stops and then.
Yes,
finish.
correct. Just
Okay.
wait until he stops and then you finish. Yeah.
Okay.
The next critical error is lane change. So when you change lane on a traffic light, you're not allowed to do that. There's a solid white line there, so every time there is a solid line, you can't change lane. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
So any questions with those critical errors?
I think I need to be more. The one of the reverse, I didn't really know. I thought that because I was in the middle of the road, he was supposed to stop. But now I know. Now I
So
understand.
so okay. Now minor mistakes. The washers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so wash is the water.
About 4 times you were doing 4th gear instead of 2nd gear.
Okay.
So you were putting the car in 2nd, sorry,
On
4th, and you weren't even realizing that that's happening. So you need to listen to the car, because if you put it in, you're trying to go in 2nd, and then you crashing out and you push the accelerator. The car is
It
supposed to
doesn't move.
give you power at that point
Yeah.
if you are in 2nd, but if it's not giving you the power you need, you know you are in 2nd, you are in 4th, because 4th is less powerful than 2nd. So whenever you accelerate and you realize there's nothing happening, that means you've gone in the wrong gear. So that's actually close to being what we call a specific repeated driving error. So you can still fail for that as well, because you just did it too many times.
Okay.
Okay. So I hope you are good with your gears in your car. I guess
Okay.
this is a different car, so maybe that's why. But I hope you don't make this mistake in your car. Do you do this in your
No,
car?
not really.
Okay.
I think this one. Well, I don't know.
Maybe
But
different
yeah.
gear stick. Yep. Gear changing procedure. Accelerate before releasing the clutch fully.
So I put this.
So
yeah,
basically
maybe.
what you are doing is you are going accelerator off, clutching in, changing to 2nd or 3rd or whatever, and then you're bringing out the clutch about a quarter, and then you're going for the accelerator. You need to release the clutch all the way first, and then you go
accelerate.
back to the accelerator.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So the changing is fine. So I put the clutch, I change the gear, but then I need to remove completely the
yes,
seat and
yeah.
then accelerate.
And you could hear actually the car was like
Yeah, like
screaming because you are using the wrong the wrong procedure. You need to clutch out first,
And
then accelerate, because you don't want to hear that sound. It's actually bad for your clutch as well. If you do that, it can damage your clutch plate. So you need to always release the clutch, then accelerate. Stops too close to the front vehicles.
Okay.
You need to be able to see the tires of the car in front of you.
Oh, so now I'm still too close.
This is
Like-
okay because you are parking.
Yeah. But like in
But
driving.
on the road, you need to be able to see the tires.
Okay.
Because if the person is driving a manual car like you and they roll back, you can be in trouble. So always make sure you can see the tires.
Okay.
Form 2 lanes. So this one is, the mistake was there was nil observations. So basically, sometimes you have form 1 lane, sometimes you have form 2 lanes. So at the start we had on this road, it was 3 lanes. Those 3 lanes joined into 2 lanes. And you are in the middle lane. So you're supposed to check left side mirror, shoulder check left.
To see if another car comes.
Yes, yeah. So one of them you didn't check.
Okay.
Yeah. Even if you do a mirror check, is actually enough. You're not gonna get marked down. But you just keep driving.
And if there is a car, I need to stop? Like,
No, you don't need
The
to.
other car
Whoever
stops?
is ahead goes first.
okay.
So if a car is ahead of you, let them go.
If
If
it's behind, they go
Then
behind.
yeah. Obviously, still be careful. Sometimes people might try and cut in front of you. So that's just a general rule, is that whoever is ahead goes first. But there's times where someone is driving dangerously, so which means you need to let them go. So reverse parallel park. Not enough observations before starting. So basically, you need to check your mirror blind spot. You didn't do that. You just look
Yeah, I
behind,
just went-
which is
yeah.
fine, but you need to check that mirror. You need to check the blind spot before you start.
On this side.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
so
act-
mirror, the blind spot, that, and then turn.
Then yeah.
Okay.
That's actually close to a critical as well. So also when you stopped with the reverse parallel park, if there was another car behind you, I don't know if you would have been able to make it. You know what I mean? Like if there was a car behind you,
Because I went too
you
far.
just reversed
back.
too far back. You need to fix it, but don't get too far back.
okay.
Road position, drive unnecessarily in the middle. So this is residential areas. Sometimes
That one.
you're supposed to, where are you supposed to drive in residential areas? So like if a road is like this, where do you drive?
If it doesn't has the lines? you mean?
Yes.
In the middle? No?
No, you don't drive in the middle. You drive on the left.
So this is like a two-way one?
Yes, two-way
yeah,
road.
yeah. Okay.
So sometimes you are just driving in the middle way too much.
Even if it's the two-way, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just remember, I think there was a car here parked here. You overtook the car. Don't stay there. You need to get back to the
okay.
left.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if there is another car in front, and then I go around again.
Yeah. If there's another car very close to this
yeah,
one
I
and
got
there's another one close to this one, it's okay to stay there. But if this car is there, you need to get back to the left,
And then go.
drive a little bit. Once you are close enough, get back again.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when I am in here, for example, I need to sign to put the direction that I'm.
No signal unless there is lines. So if like let's say more than a half of your car is going to cross the dotted lines, like these ones, yes, you need to signal.
Okay.
But if it's just a little bit, no need. In the residential areas, there's no marking, so some of the roads, so no need to signal. You just go around, no need to signal. Straight reverse. Again, same mistake with the reverse parallel park. I told you reverse
just
in a
went
straight
with-
line, you just went. So you need to check that mirror, shoulder check. Yeah,
And this one.
yeah.
So even if I am here and I'm not going like outside, I still need to see
Yes.
if another car wants
Yeah,
to go behind
you
us.
still need to see. Correct. 3.10, nil signal to exit the maneuver. So basically, you go one, you're indicating, right? Checking your mirrors, blind spot. You go in that way, stop, check there, check there. I don't think you checked behind, did you?
I did.
Okay.
But I did exit. I didn't put any.
As long as you check behind, that's fine. So that mistake, that means it's not there. And then you are here, you should signal again, then check again, check there. So reversing, no signal, But again, when you're going to go forwards,
It's right.
right. So the mistake there was you didn't signal at the end.
So it's right when I am turning, I go behind, and
Yeah.
then when I'm ready to go into the line, right
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I didn't do.
And then I think if you said you looked, but anyway, I'll look at the video. I'll confirm that.
I think I looked there.
So if you
like
looked
in the
at-
back,
okay,
I did,
okay.
but I did not look the mirrors. I think that's a common mistake. Like if I go
That's
to
fine.
reverse, I
As
just
long
look
as
back.
you look in the, as long as you check when you are here. As long as you check this way and this way, when you're reversing, you can look behind if
Okay.
you're comfortable, but check your mirrors as well because you don't want to hit the curb. And then the last one, he'll start excessive accelerator. Just way too much
and the wind is
accelerator.
less. Okay.
Yeah, you need to accelerate it maybe 2,000 or 2.5, but sometimes you are just pushing it way too hard.
Okay.
Form 1 lane, near signal. So do you remember that?
There was yes. When I had to stop
Because you
the
had
other
your hands
car.
on the indicator, but you didn't do anything. You were just thinking about it.
Okay.
You need to put it on.
I remember the street because it was just after the light.
Yes,
But I don't remember if I
yes.
did.
So
signal or
basically,
not.
you have these two lanes here. You are in this lane here. You're supposed to mirror, indicator, shoulder check. So basically, the problem was that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
So-
I need. If I have to stop because there's a lot of cars and my road finish, I have to stop. I put first and then I mirror. Okay, shoulder check.
It wasn't the one where you had to stop though. It was another one.
So I
Yeah.
don't remember.
The one where you had to stop, that was fine because I think you just saw the sign a little bit last minute.
It was after a light. And
Yeah,
there was a
yeah,
lot
you
of
saw
parking.
it. But then afterwards, there was one where we
Okay.
had this situation here. There was no
Yeah, I
cars
remember.
actually.
Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah. I don't
So when you are in this lane here like this, you need to mirror, indicate, shoulder check. When you are in this lane, just mirror, shoulder check.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the other side. If I'm here, I look
Yes,
to that
yeah.
side. And if
But
I
this
am that
time
side,
we don't need to signal most of the time. Yeah. There are some exceptions. There are times where you need to signal, but the lanes will be shaped in a certain way.
Okay.
But in around this area, or maybe it's where you're gonna do your test,
It's not.
the roads are usually it's like that. It's the person on the left who signals because they kind of like move a little bit to the right. Yeah.
Okay.
So any questions with this?
So when I do the U-turn, that one was fine.
Good question. Actually, there's a mistake with the roundabout. You turn at the roundabout.
I see no late. I know that. If it does that one.
That was late signal.
Yes.
Yes, that's a mistake.
I realized that midway. Yes.
Actually, did
I
you
did.
signal left to exit?
Yes, I did. But
Yeah.
I signal right after the first.
So the
exit, I
mistake,
think.
yeah, that I remembered.
The beginning
yeah.
was like-
When you said it, I remembered the mistake was the signal, but everything else was fine. So right to end before you enter,
Before you
left
enter.
before you exit. Yeah.
Yeah. The beginning I didn't. Yeah.
Any other questions?
No.